Hey friends, Olivia wanted me to show you guys a video of me doing the cranial nerve hand signals I was doing in class the other day. So I'm going to do that. Please don't bully me. I'm going to try my best, but if you are a kinesthetic learner, I think this might help you. So let's do it. Alright, number one is your olfactory nerve. I remember this because you only have one nose on your face. So olfactory is just going to be your sense of smell, just a sensory nerve. That's how I remember it as kids. You're going to test one nostril at a time, smelling something. I'm out of breath, sorry. Number two is going to be your optic nerve. It's your optic nerve. You have two eyes, that's how I remember that. And it's just going to be your sense of sight. And how are you going to test this, you might ask? A Snellen chart. You're going to test it with a Snellen chart because you make a little snail. So you're going to test it because that's that little chart that they make you look at the doctor's office. So, Snellen chart. Number two, optic is tested with a Snellen chart. Number three is going to be your oculomotor nerve. Oculomotor. And that's going to be exactly what it sounds like because oculo means eyes and motor means to move. So it's going to be the movement of your eyes. It's also going to be in charge of your upper eyelid, the movement of that. So, oculomotor, movement of your eyes. You're going to test this by having them follow your finger and also shining the pin light in their eyes to check that pupil dilation. Alright, number four is trochlear. Y'all are going to laugh, but troch sounds like truck. So, I do this trochlear. And what do trucks have? A motor. Trucks have motors, so that's how I remember that. It's a motor nerve, just a motor nerve. And it's going to control some of the other eye movements like downwards and inwards. So how you're going to test this is, again, they're going to follow your finger downwards and inwards to their nose. Alright, number five is the trigeminal. You have to do these hand signals. Trigeminal. I kind of have to chew that word. That's how I remember this, is because trigeminal, because that's part of what it's for, because it's a motor and a sensory nerve. So the motor part is the chewing, biting, and the sensory part is facial sensation. So you're going to put your powder on with your number five. That's how I remember. Okay, number six is abducens. You're going to laugh again. Abducens. What's that sound like? Abducted. The 6-year-old girl got abducted. Oh my gosh. What do we have to do? We have to look for her. It's your parallel eye movement because we have to look for this 6-year-old. Oh my gosh. That's all we're going to do is we're going to look, and it's going to be in charge of your parallel eye movement. So how you're going to test is, again, have them look at your finger and test, make sure their eyes are looking parallel, you know. Alright, number seven is going to be your facial nerve. You're going to wash your face with your number seven, your facial nerve. It's going to be in charge of your facial expressions, so like smiling and frowning and raising their eyebrows and puffing their cheeks out and stuff. It's also going to be in charge of their sweet and salty taste. I do this for some reason. It really helps me remember. Just try it out. Sweet and salty taste. So that's number seven, your facial nerve. So smiling, frowning, sweet and salty taste. Number eight is going to be your vestibulocochlear and auditory nerve. It's going to be in control of your balance and your sense of hearing. It's also going to be where you're going to test your Weber and Rhine test. That's where you're going to test Weber and Rhine test. It's also going to be where you're going to do the whisper test. So y'all know how to do that already, I'm sure. Alright, number nine is your glossopharyngeal. Glossopharyngeal. Glossa means tongue. Go ahead and remember that. Glossa means tongue. Pharyngeal means like your throat. So this is going to be in charge of the movement of your uvula when you say ah. And it's also going to be in control of the movement of your tongue, because glosso, so movement of your tongue, glosso, and it's going to be in charge of some taste, sour and bitter. So I think those are grosser than sweet and salty, so I go sour and bitter. Number nine, glossopharyngeal, tongue movement, sour and bitter. Y'all still with me? Number 10, my favorite probably. Vagus nerve, number 10. This is going to be a motor and sensory nerve. It's going to be in charge of swallowing, speaking, and coughing. Do that a couple times, it'll stick. Swallowing, speaking, and coughing. It's also gonna be in charge of some sensation right around your ears. So make a 10 and do this right here. All right, we're almost done. Number 11 is your spinal accessory. So draw a spine with your number 11. And I like to draw out what it controls. So I'm gonna draw out a neck and some shoulders because that's what it's gonna control. It's gonna control the strength of your neck and your shoulders. So you're gonna have them shrug against your shoulders and move their head around. All right, last one. Number 12, make a number 12. Make it H, hypoglossal. Hypoglossal. And what this is going to control is just the movement of the tongue. That's it. That's all it's going to control. So with that comes like swallowing and speech, but it's the movement of the tongue. So y'all did it. Good job.